I'm going to tell y'all about this time this girl tried to poison me over a female. So let me set the scenery. I had just got shipped from Lower Correctional Institution, the Broward Correctional Institution. I was like about 19 then. When I stepped on the compound, everybody was established. Everybody had their little thing going on. You had some pretty little girls there. You had a lot of dominant females there, but there was one female there, older dominant lady, around by 60. They called her the major of the compound. She had been there for a while. She was slinging her little drugs, and she kind of had the compound locked down. She had about 4 or 5 females in her little harem. And one day, you know, I'm walking with one of my friends that I knew from the other institution that I was at. We were talking. She laying everything out for me. She was like, yeah, Tree, this, da-da-da-da. And she was telling me about everybody and how everybody get down. This little pretty chick passed by. She was trying to flirt with me. So she was like, oh, yeah, don't talk to her because that's the major girlfriend. I said, the major? She was like, yeah. So she was like, see that inmate right there? That's the major. So she showed me the little older female. You know, she had a couple goals in her mouth and everything and had something like a Jerry curl walking around like a 1960 pimp, right? I was like, man, I ain't abiding by that rule right there, man. Check this out. I'm going to talk to who I want to talk to, man. I ain't got time for that old prison stuff they got going on up here, bro. I am not conforming to that right there. So she was like, I'm just putting you up on it, bro. So we walking and everything like that. So my friend used to like to smoke marijuana. That's all she did was smoke marijuana. And she used to go to the girl that they called a major and order to buy the marijuana because she had the compound locked down. Because she had a white girlfriend that had that money. They used to go to the VP and bring out the package back to her, and she's, you know, break it down and had little henchmen distributing her drugs and picking up her money and bringing it back to her. So my friend, she used to be going to the major dorm all the time, buying marijuana. So one day she was like, man, come walk with me over here to the major dorm. Let me get a couple joints. You smoking? I was like, nah, I don't smoke. So she was like, come walk with me. I walked over there and I was standing outside like this right here. And I was waiting on her to come back. She went. She did her little transaction, whatever they had going on. The girl they called a major messed around and looked out the window. She saw me. I think that she thought that I smoked weed. So when I walked off with my dog, we went on the field. So my dog started smoking. She's smoking and we talking. Couple months go by. One of her females, and this female is a very, very popular female, man. She had all the officers on lock. Pretty girl. I'm talking about them male officers was at this female, bro. And the female was associated with the major. The major used to, like, undercover call that her main chick. You know, that's what the compound was saying. But the girl started digging on me. She beautiful. She straight. She got it going on. So I started flirting with her and everything. But I wasn't ready to be in no relationship. So she kept coming at me. Yeah, I was flirting with her. Flirting is fun in the prison to pass your time by. I ain't really want to get into nothing to be in no relationship because I ain't want to owe nobody nothing. And that's the type of person I am. We wind up hanging out a little bit. The girl, the dominant girl, they called a major, she peeped it. She got mad because she felt like I was stepping on her territory, messing with, you know, that's her property. So she felt like I was disrespecting the game. So when my friend went one day and said, hey, man, I'm finna go get a couple joints. Come go with me. I said, nah, I'm gonna stand down here. When she went to get the couple joints, about 2 days later, you know, we walking around. This chick, this white chick comes. She's a dominant chick. She come up to my friend and put a package in her hand. My friend come back over there to me and say, hey, man, look what the major sent us to smoke. I say, bro, I don't smoke. So she was like, nah, you ain't got to smoke it, but I'll smoke it. Don't tell her you don't smoke so we can keep getting it. She must like you or something. So that ain't set well with me, bro. That ain't set well with me. Because I know she don't like me because she beefing with me about this girl. And I see the animosity on her face. You know, she looking at me. I'm looking at her, you know. And she's staring me down and I'm staring her back down because I ain't about to bow down to you, bro. I ain't none of them. You know what I'm saying? You going to have to whoop me and I'm going to whoop you, bro. That's how that's going to go. You know what I'm saying? Respect. I'm not finna bow down to that crazy stuff you got going on thinking you the major and run something. Nah, I'm a boss, bro. And that's how I carry myself. One of my other little friends, she's a feminine girl. I knew her from the other institution as well. She was like, Tree, and she called the other girl name. And I don't like calling people name. That's why I be saying the dominant girl and this and that. So she come up, and when she came up, my dominant friend that I was already hanging out with, she was like, you want to smoke? You want to smoke? And she's like, yeah. So she came over there, and they went to the field, and they started smoking. They had got so high, man. And I had on shades, they had on shades. And the girl they called a major, she was looking at all of us, and she thought we were all toe up. But I wasn't toe up because I don't smoke and I don't drink. She called a feminine girl that was with us over to her and gave her another package. And she said, listen, take this to Tree and this for you. The feminine girl already know that I did not smoke. So instead of her bringing it to me, she kept it, went to the field, and smoked it herself. And that's the day she lost her mind. Because whatever that girl put in there, it was meant for me. Because she thought I smoked, but I don't smoke. And the girl wound up smoking it, and she lost her mind. Never been the same since. I'm talking about this was an intelligent, very beautiful young little girl. She smoked that stuff. She started eating her own poop, drinking her own piss. I'm talking about started trying to hang herself, jump all off rails and everything. I don't know what she put in there. But what the enemy meant for my bad, God turned it around. Let me tell you something. I don't care what it is. When God got his hands on you, ain't no devil in hell can touch you. God will thwart every plan of the enemy. He tried to take me out the game, but she didn't stand a chance. Even in my mess, y'all, I was not even saved. I loved God, but I was still in my mess. I didn't get saved until about 15, 20 years later. But God covered me. And that's the type of God we serve. Chosen people are dangerous. Anytime you try to fight against a chosen person, you gonna fail. Joseph's brother could not kill him because he was chosen. Pharaoh could not kill Moses because he was chosen. Pontius Pilate couldn't do nothing to Jesus because he was chosen. Everything that ever came against me in my life, the plan had to flop because I'm chosen. And I want you to know, because you are chosen, no weapon formed against you shall prosper, because you are chosen. Y'all be blessed now. You hear?